football coverage continues with what ought to be a great one. It's the TCU Horned Frogs and the Utah Utes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Rice-Eccles Stadium is nestled at the bottom of the Wasatch Mountains. This is a gorgeous college football season, but it has also seen a lot of great sports history. Home to the opening ceremonies for the 2002 Winter Olympics, it will host opening ceremonies again in 2034. Guys?
All right, Holly. So TCU's offense to go on the attack first. And here comes the man that makes this offense go. He probably spent plenty of time in the training room after being sacked 7 times in that loss last time out. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly.
Caught, and he's got room. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. But as a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back.
Throwing Joseph. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It's been a rough start for these guys, and you look down the schedule in the Big 12, there aren't many soft landing spots.
Well, no doubt about it. This team has had some bad breaks early this year in Big 12 play, but they've got to make good things.
Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. Past the 10, and he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! This D gave them exactly what they needed. Not only with a stop, but with a touchdown.
Yeah, and finding ways to impact the game early in the game, just make impact plays, right? The defense wants to create sacks, create turnovers. Great job creating the turnover and getting points off of it.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. On the option. He'll keep it on 2nd down. And the ball is free on the pitch. Touchdown, TCU! And they turn it into a defensive score. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Coming out with it, it's Johnson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against.
Makes a grab on the shot. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Utah! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he puts through the extra point. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. And the Horned Frogs in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Rushes on him. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on fourth. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Joseph. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. The last completion got him 6, now it's 2nd and 4. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right. A 41-yarder from the left hash. Good right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Looking to throw on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. It's complete. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Hauls it in. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Give to the single back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting it second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. On the run, fires downfield. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Makes the quick grab. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alexander. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. The Utes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. At the end of quarter one, let's check out the start for both of these quarterbacks. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Tight end now in motion. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Throwing Joseph. The short hands, it's Bray. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Utes are moving quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Bray. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Now on second down. Rides to the back. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Utes will have it 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Has it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Utes!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out. They turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Motion from the wideout. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Shelton. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Horned Frogs can really attack on this second and short. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Unleashes one. The sure hands, it's Shelton. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Looking to scramble. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Looking to throw again. This time it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll run it. It's Davison. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11. The Horned Frogs want to move quickly. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
On third and long, try to convert through the air. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Smashes it between the uprights. And the 3-ball gives us a tie. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Joseph.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
The corners are walked up tight. He'll try to get to the marker himself. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I just love it when my quarterback knows situational football. They run the option. He understands. It's 4th and short. Like, I got to stick my nose in there, get north-south, and try to get that first down. I love when I have a quarterback that can do that.
Really nice timing, and that's a very accurate throw by the quarterback. There was not a big window. He's throwing the in-breaking route. It's coming from his left, and he's got to fit that foot.
And he makes the catch inside the 20.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Timeout called by the Utes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Throwing Joseph. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have 1 left. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Takes the easy completion. Now the Utes take a timeout, and they don't have any more left. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Chunked it away just as he was hit.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Shelton. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Just enough time for 1 final play in this half. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Working that left side now. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We start with Tennessee taking on the number 7 team, the LSU Tigers.
And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Checking in with the Utah head coach at the half. Listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe they get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Joseph. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Ball was incomplete, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
From the gun on 3rd down, Joseph throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Utes will try to pin them back with the punt. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field, ready to get going. Going to the running game. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. Looking for a crease, it's Davison. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. This is why Rice-Eccles, one of the toughest places to play in all the country. Try to get your 3rd down conversion in the midst of this. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Brought down right at the 34-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for this offense. The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that 1st down.
Off the play fake. Fires left. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man. He's loose. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And if I'm this defense moving forward, man, I'm going to start thinking about, like, this is the guy. That they keep featuring him. I've got to take him out of the game. I got to find a way to double him. I got to find a way on 3rd down to make sure this doesn't happen. This offense continues to...
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. With that, they grab the lead here in the 2nd half. The AT unit on the field.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his tight end. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but it makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Throwing Joseph. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack, first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
A little screen to the running back. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got it. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Hands it off. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
And on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab on the left. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. The Horned Frogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Off play action. Moves around to clear up the vision. And they're able to keep him from scoring as he's guided out of bounds at the 5.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here. 4th down, and a field goal is not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. They'll run for it, and he will not get there. How about this defense stopping that run short? Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Joseph, pressure coming, and he ends up taking a safety. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Number 94, set to kick off.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's reeled in. It's Shelton. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. He was really bothered by those 2 picks he threw in that loss last week, but he's been much more comfortable, much more certain in this one.
He had the one blunder, the one mistake that he probably wishes he could have back, but did a great job rebounding from that. Listen, having that short-term memory, being able to lead, it is critical at the quarterback position.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Could be an alley. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
They'll snap it from the 30 on first down. This time he wants to throw. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Godwin on the return. Past the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. What a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gray. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. I'm sure they hope they don't have to exhaust all 4 downs, but it probably is 4-down territory as they look to take the lead with a touchdown. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll try to run it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Utah! Lining up for the point after and the lead. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat and you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact. They do in situations like that. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. TCU ready to crank things up on this drive. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go back on top late. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this defense has an opportunity to close this one out, right? Like, it's in the 4th quarter, you got the lead, a few more stops, and it's dub time. So pinning your ears back, rushing the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable is definitely job number 1.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. From go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not.
They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on fourth down. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Lets it go.
All right, 4th quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now. At quarterback and wide receiver, you're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and when you got the lead on the other side, defense, I'm playing tight coverage, making them earn it. I want that clock to tick. And then that was a really good play by the offense. Pretty good coverage by the defense, but I got to make them earn it all the way down the field.
One possession game. You have got to be able to give your quarterback an opportunity to survey the field. He didn't have it that time. Got hit, it affected the accuracy, and it falls incomplete.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They're getting to the line quickly and staying out there on 4th down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well, and you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
At this point, the defense just has to bring the house to try to stop the run and get the ball back, even on 2nd and 13. Keeps it on the option. Makes it past the marker. Maybe a crease. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. Run in the red zone. It's Brave. Timeout taken by TCU. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Here comes the option. Touchdown, Utes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. Attempt at a return. The Horned Frogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try it over the left side. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Utah! They push up this lead in the 4th quarter, and it might be enough to give them that elusive 2nd win of the season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have...
He tries to take the top off. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll run this play from the pistol. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. The keeper on the option. Running back searching for a hole. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. TCU calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation.